What is up this year? LA in a minute, and amongst the many tragedies of the LA fires is the devastation of one of the more unique communities in Los Angeles, the Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates. One of the nation's earliest mobile home parks. History goes back almost 90 years on what is billed as one of the most scenic mobile home parks in the country. The Palisades Bowl was a mix of retirees and working class families who lived in the 500 to 700 square foot homes that are now all but destroyed. Let's get into it. Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates had 157 tenants with almost 400 residents. It was a unique and tight-knit community that included surfers, teachers, and food service workers, as well as retirees and transplants, many of whom moved to the park to be as close to the beach as possible. And now the entire complex has been ravaged by the fires, part of the 20,000-plus acre conflagration that has laid waste to much of the area and left thousands of people displaced. First established in 1939 as Palisades Bowl by the Sea, it was an early trailer park with accommodations for up to 150 trailers. It was soon purchased by Shirley and Eleanor Parker, who generated their income in the Pacific Northwest, mostly in mining, but they also had interest in real estate and baseball, as they were the founders of the Yakima Pippins professional baseball team. The Parkers renamed the facility the Palisades Trailer Bowl and marketed it as an adults-only community with heated pool, shuffleboard, private phone, underground utilities, and natural gas. They invested nearly $500,000 in the complex, which reopened with 174 units on May 12, 1955, on what was then Roosevelt Highway, the precursor for Pacific Coast Highway. The community then, as in now, had breathtaking vistas and unparalleled access to the LA beaches and coastline. The spots at the Trailer Bowl rented out quickly, filled mostly by working-class retirees and transplants. But the Trailer Bowl was not without danger, however, as a 1958 landslide endangered the park and forced an evacuation, isolating 154 families. The incident led to an entire rerouting of what was then named Pacific Coast Highway, but soon residents returned to the area. As neighboring Malibu and Pacific Palisades developed into wealthy enclaves, the trailer park remained one of the last affordable residences in the area and highly desirable. Again, views and coastal access were nearly unparalleled as residents described living at the Trailer Bowl heaven on earth. In the ensuing decades, many of the trailers were handed down through generations in their families. And even as new residents moved in, they were always welcomed into the tight-knit community. Now, homes in the bowl sold for as low as $500,000, a bargain anywhere in LA. And residents also paid monthly rent for their lots, which typically ranged from between about $800 to $1,400 a month in an area that was under rent control. And in 2019, a very unique, only in LA moment occurred when P75, a mountain lion, was spotted in the park. But the risks always remained, especially as wildfires continued to creep so closely to the area. And in 2023, there were fears of evacuation due to another fire in nearby Palisades. Then on January 7, 2025, those fears turned into reality as the Palisades fire ripped through Palisades, then PCH, forcing a frantic and final evacuation. The entire Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates was devastated, and nearly all residents lost their homes. As of now, it's too soon to say what's going to happen next, but there are hundreds of displaced folks that did not have insurance, which was either prohibitively expensive or impossible to get for many of these working-class residents. So though the Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates was a relatively small community, it was a unique and historic community of working-class folks, and it's another story of the tragedy in these Los Angeles fires. All right, LA, it's been a minute.